Right, Cheeky Boy 1 here.
And Cheeky Boy 2.
Little Matt, DMP. We're here today to discuss our new channel we're doing within the Cheeky Boys, which is Meet the Scooter and the Owner. Today we're at Fields. He's servicing Little Matt's new Royal Alloy. I'm still not happy with Matt because he sold Calamity Jane, which was a...
that was a Alloy, Spanish Alloy 150 with a 198 Mugello engine. Ratty look.
And I loved her. I did actually love her, and because of my arm doesn't work properly, I could never use one with gears anyway, but I'd have had it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, good old story there. The person who built it, it was to remember their girlfriend or wife from who died of cancer, and they scattered her ashes at Mercer Rally about, what, 4 years ago. So we've always said we'll always keep Calamity Jane on the scooter, and even the person who's got it off me has turned around and said he'll do the same. So fingers crossed, and it'll carry on the memorial of the person who it was made for. So it's quite a good touch, and you get that quite a bit with scooters. You'll find stories, and of course leading on to what Pete's just said, and that's what we would like to have, people to send in their stories about your scooters, about your current ones you've had before, even if it's about your scooter club. How did it form? How many members you got now? What are they all like? You know,
story about the ride you've gotten. And to be fair, I don't care what it is, auto, modern, ultra, old, or anything in between. It's got two wheels and it's a scooter. We want to hear about it, and we want you to show us what you've got. Now, you've gone to the dark side now, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm afraid I have. We've, like I say, let Calamity Jane go, and we've now, I'm getting a bit bigger.
No.
I'm afraid I am, as you can see. It's called water retention. And not only that, I do feel I'm getting a bit of arthritis in my wrists and stuff. So we've now gone over to the dark side and got a Royal Alley 300S. And I must admit, I've only had it about a couple of weeks, and I'm absolutely loving it. And it goes really well, so I'm pleased about that. Like I say, getting it serviced here with Phil. And I've got the best of both worlds, so I'm quite happy with that.
And for me, the auto's made the scooter scene open up to so many people, because not everyone can afford a £7,500 Lambretta or ride one, and there is only so many go around. So with the influx of the GTS, the Royal Alloy, etc., it's brought more people into the scene and made it more accessible, and I think that's a really positive thing, because it's also bringing in younger people as well, and that's really important to keep it going.
Yeah, the thing is, we're all getting a bit older.
Yeah.
So getting younger people in the scene and keeping them interested with the models that are coming out is a really good sign, a really good thing to see in the future. And that's what it's all about. You know, it's carrying on the scooter in the scene that we all seem to have come to love and to follow over the years. So that's all part of it, and that's all part of what we're trying to do here on Kent Scootering. And
going on from that, I got back into it in 2017, and I had a little Lambretta plastic knockoff 150 thing, because I couldn't ride a bike anymore because of my arm, and it was an auto. And back then in 2017, every other joke was, you've got to have a vagina to ride a auto. But I've seen that over the since then has really changed, and people's views on it. There are still the people that believe in their classic scooter, and that's fine. That's like with classic cars, it's all exactly the same. But as I say, I just think it's great that this has made it accessible to more people.
It has, and that's what it is, because there is the availability of different types of scooters. Like Pete said, you've got your autos, you've got your gears, and what you can do to them as well. So here on Kent Scootering, that's what we're going to try and do. We're going to try and cover everyone, so no one's going to be left out at all. It's your vehicle at the end of the day, your pride and joy, what you love and like to look after, and that's what we would like to see. So in the future, we want you to send in your videos and just tell us a brief story about how you got it, a brief story about how you came into scootering as well, because it's about you as well, not just about your scooter. and that way we can all share these stories. And I think you find we'll all be linked up.
Definitely.
I think we'll all be linked up about the stories as well. We can actually then, part of the story we listen to, we can associate that with how we're getting into it, or part of it as well. So
this is our first step into doing this, and hopefully we will improve. So in this first episode, we've got Phil working on and servicing Matt's new Royal Alloy, and we've got Cockney Kev talking about some of his history. And we're going to do a lot of things with Cockney Kev because he's got so much history and stories, and his scooters, as you'll see in the video when I speak to him, are absolutely amazing.
Yeah, they
all
are.
of them.
Yeah, he's definitely got the touch when it comes to having nice scooters. They all are. Every time he comes out, we look at them and we go, yeah, that's
another one.
That's another nice one, lucky sod. Same with a few other people we know, and you'll be getting to meet them and hear about their side of the story later on. So, like I say, it's the first one we're going to do, first one we've done, and there's going to be plenty more on Kent Scootering for you to come and enjoy and be part of as well.
So I've got to say it, cheeky.
A big cheeky.
Very cheeky, and we hope you enjoy and see you in the future. Thank you.
Yeah, cheers all, and thanks for your support and coming to the rallies. Nice one.
So we are Mr. Fix It Feels today. He's servicing Matthew's, or Little Matt's new 300. Here's my brother's waiting for a kit to be fitted. And there's two Phil's, two machines. Depeche Mode.
I don't bother. People say, oh, you've got to measure on this. That's why you buy the right one. Because they're set at a certain settings. They go in, job done. I've never changed the gaps in these. Don't need to, because you've got two. You got the one.
Yeah.
Then yeah, if you've got the older ones, the Denso ones, Champion ones, and all that, they need playing with.
Yeah.
But the NGKs, they are literally plug and play.
Yeah, because they have it set at 0.6, I think.
Yeah, that's it.
For your Lambrats and that.
You don't need faffing about with them.
No.
It's a lot better. So yeah, oil's done, new filters on, air box is okay. Yeah, we found some corrosion, but it's to be expected really. Spark plug's fine. It's running fine, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there's no coughs or splatters on it.
No.
You get any blowback or any?
I noticed a couple on the way here.
Afterburner, I call it.
Only on the toilet.
Yeah.
I did notice a couple of the couple ones.
Couple of pops.
A couple of pops now and again.
Yeah, mine pops.
What's that? That's
So-
the exhaust,
so-
isn't it?
Yeah, it's just the exhaust. It's the sensor in the exhaust
Yeah.
telling you got too much fuel in, so it'll bang it more out. So you've got bang bang, and it gets rid of the excess fuel.
Oh, right.
And that's all it does. I mean, the things are brilliant as long as they're working properly, but they can cause so many problems. It's unbelievable. But yeah, everything's tickety-boo on there. That's all done.
Nice one.
Yeah, that's all good. That's all good. All cables are where they should be, near enough. There's only the one which was the ABS at the back, which was wrongly put through. I've changed that. That's done. So yeah, what else is there, old chap? What else do you need? I've checked the back brakes. The brake, but then rear pads are fine. You're going to need some new ones by the end of the year. But that's just more safety than anything else.
Right,
Because a lot of this works on, being an automatic, a lot of it works on the back brake. As you know, you've got to put the back brake on to fucking slow down.
That's it. Yeah,
Yeah, they fine, you can see them through there. Sadly, you can't get to them unless you're
Stripping all that.
strip it all out. You got to take the back wheel off. So yeah, that is there. I'll give you the settings and all that for the rear hub and everything. But that's all okay. Gearbox oil. So when he fits his kit, then you'll replace all the belts and everything, isn't it? That's it.
Yeah.
But basically, yeah.
But we was over at when I said I was over at Appens, and Dave over there, and he realises that they're getting more popular, so he's got to start having some parts in.
So where is Atoms exactly?
You know, you go down Bluebell Hill.
Yeah.
And you've got the Shell garage.
Yeah.
If you go down that side road,
yeah,
it comes to a T-junction.
Yeah.
And go left.
Yeah.
And you go along there for about 15 seconds and you'll see a yellow post on the right-hand side.
Yeah.
And you go down there and it's straight in front of you.
All right, okay. So
and you can always tell when it's open because there'll be a scooter outside. Transmission.
Perfectly fine.
All right, I did buy a bottle.
Clear. But what they're saying is when it's due for, I'm not going to change it now because
it looks all
there's
right.
No point. When you change it, that's your bleed plug down there.
Right, okay.
You fill that one up, you undo this one, and that's what it bleeds out of. If you're not sure, bring it back and I will do it for you.
Okey-dokey.
It's always handy to, before you do anything.
And that's the old stick for it,
yeah. Level's fine. It's all good. Yeah.
Well,
I mean, you'd know.
But like you said about changing,
you would know if that was leaking. You would know because you'd be like a slipping clutch basically, and you get no drive, and that's the end of it. That's it. Done.
Sorted.
No point changing that.
No, like you say, it's good that you if it's like anything, and if you maintain it, it's going to last. So
preventative maintenance is the best type of maintenance.
Yeah. Well, I do. I like the look. I do. I just like the look of them.
They are nice. They are nice.
Well, it is. It's that classic look.
Yep.
All right, they're not everyone's cup of tea, but you know that's life, isn't it?
As we get older, I think it's the way forward.
I do.
I'm not even because I am an hard as you know. I was about getting a Lambretta just because I wanted one, and I've gone. Do you know what? I am not spending half my summer sitting on the side of the road, changing spark plugs and shit. I've done that when I was a kid. You don't mind when you're a kid, but I ain't doing it anymore.
What did you like about your when you made that decision then to get your Royale? What was it?
Well, it started. I had scooters years ago. My story went through. I was always brought up with scooters.
Yeah.
If you ever meet any of the Pontypridd guys up in Pontypridd, I was one of the original members.
Okay, come here. Come here. Just so you can hear, because I'm boring, you're not.
So yeah, I started scooters. I came, and then I started doing the old going out with the lads on the scooters and stuff. I didn't think nothing of it, and then it's 1980, and then I got into the scooters, and then I got into the old Northern Soul and stuff. Into Northern Soul. Never liked being a mod, but I was started off as a mod because I think that's what everybody expected you to be.
Yeah.
And then the scooter boys came along, and I thought that's the boy for me. I'm having a bit of that, and so yeah.
I think from the mod to the scooter boy, it just meant you didn't have to dress up all the time.
Yeah.
And you could wear those combats.
Yeah.
Get the old Dr. Martens on.
Well, it worked well for me because I'd only just joined the forces.
Yeah.
So I had all the free combats. So.
Well, the thing is, my brother had a reserve kit underneath our bed.
Yeah.
And when he come back, he went, I better, the reserve finished, he was going to take the kit back.
Yeah.
It's only when he opened it up and realised it had all gone.
Oh, he bought it all.
Of course I had it all, didn't I?
Yeah.
I think I was going around in combats, blooming, just the green ones as well.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, bloody hell, what'd you get all them for? Oh,
Well, that's it. Like I said, I kept the scooter going, and then I got sent to Germany. I was based in Germany, and I realised coming home from Germany on a scooter was a bit of a drag, so I started getting into the bikes.
Yeah.
And I bought a motorbike just for the sake of it. And when I first started, you used to be able to ride a 400 on L plates.
On L plates.
Then it went down to 250.
That's it. Yeah.
And then once it hit 250, I went, fuck that. I ain't getting a 125. So I went and done my test, and I was lucky because I went up and saw the Sergeant Major, and I said to him, I said, I need to book a weekend off so I can go and do my bike test. He said, why? He said, can you ride one? I said, yeah. He said, well, why are you going for a test then? I said, well, he said, no. He said, you're in the forces now, boy. Go down to the motor pool, go and see so-and-so. I went to see so-and-so, and he said, I need your driving licence number. Got the driving licence number. 2 weeks later, I had a full bike test.
Easy, happy days.
Yeah, and that was it. I started from Germany. They were stuck. They lost a driver. They were bringing all the Scorpion tanks back.
All right.
And I've driven one off on the ranges and stuff, these low loaders and that. He said, you can drive one of them, can't you? I said, yeah, not from Germany, I can't. I can drive around Salisbury and that. And he went, right, he said, jump in the truck, take it to the next roundabout, turn left, take it down to the next T-junction, turn left. He said, take it to the next roundabout, turn left, and then come back into the gate. So I thought, all right then. So I'd done all that, and then he went, yeah, you know, an HGV driver. Yeah. And that's how it worked then.
Yeah, it was a bit like me.
You didn't crash. You passed the test.
A bit like my dad when he did his national service.
Yeah.
So I said, when did you pass your test? He said, you got in it, you could drive it, and that was it.
Yeah, that was it.
You got your ticket.
They just give you the license for whatever they needed you to do. So that was quite good. God, these are in tight, aren't they? Before these do. Bloody hell. So yeah, and so when Germany, I bought a motorbike and I just stuck with it then. So the scooters went. Of course, you can't really go to, you can't go to the Sergeant Major and say, oh, excuse me, I want the weekend off. The war will have to wait. So that was the end of my career. But I got back into it because of the caravan, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And I wanted a little scooter for when I'm away in the caravan. And I saw that Royal Alloy. And I thought, that's a Lambretta. That's cheap for a Lambretta. I didn't know the Royal Alloys existed.
No.
So I've never looked for one.
Yeah.
And then that was it. I got one. So I haven't looked back. And then I didn't realise how popular the scooter scene still is.
Mm-hmm. It has been in Medway and
but I think it's popular all round. I think it's the only thing that's really survived. You've had the punks, you had the what do you call them bloody miserable people, the goths and that, and they've all gone. They've all died off and disappeared. Yeah. But the scooter itself has stayed, and I think it's brilliant. I think it's absolutely brilliant. Because wherever we go, people are, yay, hello, wave, chat and that. Yeah. And I've been out on the bikes and everybody goes, oh, fucking hell, another load of bikers. Yeah. But that's it.
I think because a lot of the older generation, and we're talking about people that are getting on a bit.
Yeah. Because how many times people can't just...
I had one.
I had one.
Yeah.
Do we know what?
Yeah. And we all go, oh, here we go. But when you think about it, they're reminiscing about something that they loved.
Yeah,
and it was a new thing back then, wasn't it? You know, the 60s and the wearing the Italian, the Italian style came to England after the war, and bloody hell must have been a bit of a godsend, wasn't it? Coming out of the war and it's miserable and everyone was still on rationing.
I had my first scooter when I was 14.
Was that when you could?
That's when my dad bought a scooter. Do you remember when the coal strikes were on and the steelworks went out in sympathy with them? But in any case, we were all on what's the name, and my dad was struggling money-wise and stuff like that. So he bought a scooter. And I didn't know what it was. I was a kid. Just bought a scooter. And he rode it to work once, and it was raining, and he went, fuck that, I ain't going out again. So it just sat in the shed for nearly 4 or 5 years, just sat in the garage. And all my mates had trials bikes and Wassenaar bikes and stuff like that. And then I said, can I have that
bike that's in the thing. I didn't know what it was. Can I have that bike in the thing? He said, if you can get it going and tell me how it works, you can have it. Fair enough. 3 months it took me to work out how it done, how it worked, and this, that, and the other. And I got it going, got it started. He said, yeah, you can have it. 40 minutes it lasted, because Lambrettas and trees do not mix.
Oh dear.
Because I just went off-roading on it, which doesn't really help.
Yeah, because I've got a bit of a guilty conscience, because it's sacrilege now, but back when we were younger, we used to strip them down and run around bomb pits.
That's it.
Yeah.
Because well, like I say, it was all cheap and cheerful back then, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They were easy to
Well,
get hold of.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, my Uncle Les had a Vespa with a sidecar, and he used to do his window cleaning round on it, because he used to put his ladders on the sidecar and off we go. My Nana Brown would be there. Then Sunday day out, the only reason he bought one with a fucking sidecar, right, is because he got so pissed on a Sunday, he would just fall over on it if he had the ordinary scooter. So with the sidecar, he never fell over.
It's a very Wallace and Gromit then.
Yeah, brilliant he was. Funny as hell. But there we go. Right, you might want to take this off now, because I'm going to make some noise.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
Wait a minute.
Need to clean this lot up.
I'm not content to be with you in the daytime. Girl, I want to be with you all of the time. The only time I feel alright is by your side. Girl, I want to be with you all of the time, all day and all of the night. All day and all of the night. All day and all of the night. I believe that you and me last forever. Oh yeah, all day and night I'm yours, leave me never. The only time I feel alright is by your side. Girl, I want to be with you all of the time, all day and all of the night. All day and all of the night. Oh, come on!
Right, we're at Waltonbury today. I'm number one cheeky boy, DMP, and we're with Cockney Kev, and everyone seems to like his icon we've got on there. So we'll have a chat with him today on some of the magazines he's appeared in, and a bit of a chat about the past. So I'll leave it with you then, Kev. This is you've got this scooter now, haven't you?
Yeah, I've had this scooter since 1993. I had it all done myself, all the paintwork and everything. And these photos here are from a rally we went in Holland. So when I was in Holland, that's what they done, that little write-up there in that magazine.
And I've seen this scooter recently, and it is as nice as what it is back then in them pictures. It is a lovely little scooter, it really is. So what has been done to this one then?
So that's been a barrel, piston and porting done by Mark Broadhurst when I first got it, and the engine's been tuned up, and it's got a Kegra race pipe on it as well. So it's a nice bike, and it's reliable.
And it's got the Honda, isn't it?
That's right, which is, so that's a Honda Wiseco racing piston that's in it, and it's got a Lambretta crank with a Yamaha extra long rod on it to give it the 205.
And Kev's very lucky because he's got several scooters, and they're all as awesome as this one, and hopefully in the future we can discuss each one, because they are worthy of note. They are really beautiful scooters. So moving on to this one.
Yeah, so this was taken over the Ace Caff, and they wanted two mods, original mods and two original rockers. So they done a bit of a write-up on us over there, and a little feature with some photos of each of us
Look at him.
there
Look how
as
handsome
well.
he was. There he is. Look. And this, what year was this?
That was in about 24 years ago, in about the year 2000. So yeah, we had a good time over there and brought back all old memories of all of us, like, you know.
That's what we really want to do, is like keep
That's
the memories
right,
going.
Yeah.
So have you got any little quirky stories?
Yeah, I've got a little story I was going to say to Pete and everyone. In 1969, there was about, in a hot summer, there was about 12 of us, and we decided to go down to Ramsgate for the day. Obviously, none of us, you didn't have to wear a crash helmet then, so we all went for a ride down there, and they've got a permanent fun fair down there, which we parked up away from the fun fair, and then we walked through the fair. There was just all holiday makers there, and then we decided to go on the Helter Skelter, the sliding mats. Anyway, we got our mat and we all went up the top of the Helter Skelter, and there was a few people in front of us before we could go down. And I just happened to look over the top down the bottom, and believe it or not, there was about 30 rockers all standing down there, which we didn't know was around at all at the time. So obviously we was worried when we was going down, but we had to go. So we all went sliding down, and we stopped at the very bottom, and then the rockers just parted to let us through. And as we all walked through, one of the rockers shouted out, "Get 'em." So we started running, and one of them kicked the back of my leg and I fell over, but they just kept on running. But unfortunately, they got hold of a friend of mine and beat him up, and they broke his jaw, and then they all run off. And then one of the funfair people phoned for an ambulance, which was like an old heartbeat ambulance. And they said they were going to take my friend to Margate Hospital. And obviously we didn't know where it was. So the ambulance driver said, "Look, just keep behind me." And I had a brand new pink and white check Ben Sherman on that particular day. And we're following the ambulance, and blow me down, a wasp went down my front and stung me on the chest. But it all worked out a good day, and we all got home safely. So that's just one
So it's
little
proper
story.
quadrophenia stuff, isn't
That's
it?
right,
Really
yeah.
proper-
Yeah, it was. So, yeah, that was just one of the little stories in the day. But, yeah, we're all still here to tell the tale. So,
what was your first scooter you had then?
yeah, so the first scooter I had was an LI 150 that I saved up £45 with my paper round money.
Wow.
Which was a second-hand LI 150 I bought from Stockwell, in Stockwell, near Brixton. Then I had that for a little while, and then I bought a TV 200 from a shop in Brockley called Brockley Cross Scooters. So, yeah, and that was the last scooter I had in the 60s, 1968, 69, and then in 1970 I passed my car test. So obviously the scooters went, and I went on to cars. And then in about 1992, 93, I was looking in like Smith's, looking at bike books, car books and that. And I looked down and I see Scootering magazine, and I thought, scooter, and I've not seen a scooter for 30 odd years. So I bought the magazine, and there was a show on, a scooter show on up in Dunstable or somewhere. I thought, I'll go to that. And when I went there and I see the scooters, I thought, I've got to get one. And that was it. You know, and here I am now.
Yeah,
after all that time.
And you've got some, as I say, you've got some really nice scooters.
Oh, thanks.
And you've got a few bikes as well.
Yeah, got a few motorbikes as well, but it's me love is for the scooters. If anything had to go, it'd be the motorbikes, definitely. So.
And this is how much you like scooters. Because you just give you a quick best three bikes he's got are RG500. A KR1S
Kawasaki,
and
RGV 250.
See, they are awesome bikes, and say that you'll get rid of them before you get rid of your scooters is saying
That's
something.
right, yeah. It's only that I had scooters as a kid, so I've grown up with them, so they've got to stay with me. So,
Yeah, brilliant. Right,
Nice
thank
one.
you.
Okay
All
then,
right, mate.
Pete. Yeah, nice
Yeah, you
one.
take
Thanks
care.
very much.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Thank you.